It's time to meet Eric Yuan, the Chinese-American CEO and founder of Zoom Video Communications. Their share price grew from $73 to $500 in the past 9 months, and Eric owns 22% of the company. So, do the math. Actually, I can tell you that Eric made over $12 billion since March, and now ranks amongst the 400 richest people in America. I'm sure his story will inspire you, as it does me. Eric is going to be talking with Didac Li, the co-founder of Galdana Ventures, a venture capital fund of funds that invests in some of the best VCs of US, Asia, Israel, and Europe. Good afternoon, guys. How's it going? Take it away.
Thank you so much for having us here today. We are so excited to be here. We are connected via Zoom, of course, with the founder and CEO of the company. Eric, 你好，我很高兴今天跟你在这。可是我们跟英文。Everybody knows how big is Zoom and how successful is the company over the years. But not everybody knows the person and the genius behind Zoom. Today, we'll try to change this and tell the audience about the story of one of the best entrepreneurs of our time and my idol as well. The first time I heard about you, Eric, it was from Jim from Maven Ventures. One of your early stage investors. Jim described you as one of the most humble and approachable entrepreneurs in the Valley. How would you describe yourself?
So yeah, Jim is our great early stage investor, also his great friend. By the way, the name Zoom is also from him. So I'm very lucky. I live in Silicon Valley. There's so many great leaders, entrepreneurs. Over the past more than 20 years, I learned a lot from other successful leaders and CEOs and entrepreneurs. One is just hard work. Always think about how you can work harder than any other competitor, right? Another thing is, don't be arrogant. Stay humble, right? That's a one way for you to keep making progress.
How did you convince him to invest in your company when the market was so crowded for them?
I did not talk about a market or competitor, and share the story with all those early stage investors about, I talked with many other friends, asked them, what's your experience when you use other products? I got a very consistent feedback. None of them felt very happy to use other products. With that, I told them, hey, there's a market opportunity.
And what was the most difficult time in your career, and how did you overcome it?
One of the most difficult time is a year before I left Cisco and Cisco WebEx. I came to Silicon Valley in 1997, joined WebEx as one of the first several founding engineers. Later on, I became vice president of engineering. I had emotional connection, right? From very small WebEx until we went public and sold to Cisco. I was there for several years. So every time when I thought about leaving Cisco or Cisco WebEx, that's pretty, tough moment.
I remember when I visited Zoom with you 1 year ago, and I remember that you told me how important is the company culture for you. What would be your advice to any entrepreneur that wants to build a strong company culture?
When I started, the number one thing is, just myself at that time, you got to write it down, or at least think about what's your company culture. what's your company's value? Because startup a company is a long journey. You really cannot achieve overnight success, right? So you got to focus on the culture and the value. And then at Zoom, our company culture is to deliver happiness. Our company value is care. You want to hire those employees who can fit very well to your company culture and value. That's the number one important thing, right? It's just write down company culture and value, stay focused on that, and then be patient. It's a long journey. Every day, keep working hard, stay humble, and that's it. Yeah.
What's your daily routine?
When I work from home, it's pretty simple. I, eat, sleep, and do. That's pretty much, daytime. And in the evening, and I have 15 minutes in my calendar, and I just, don't check email, don't make a phone call, no Zoom call. I call that thinking meditation. I will think, if I start over today, what I should do differently? Are there any things I should have done a better job? Right? And do I miss anything? Right? Essentially, you can summarize everyday activity to self-criticize and to help you, to help myself, get better. Every day I'm doing that.
Yeah, Zoom has experienced an outstanding growth in the recent years, even prior the COVID. And what has been the greatest challenge and what has been the greatest reward in scaling your company?
So in terms of greatest challenge, I would say, so every day, right, you are facing all kinds of different new problems. How to balance, let's say, between the growth and the process optimization or cost control or profitability, right? Between when you hire employees, how to balance and the quantity and quality, right? When you focus on growth, how to balance between the domestic growth cost, a company headquartered in the California, US, and also the international expansion. How to balance the feature requests from enterprise customers and SMB customers, right? I think every day we got to think about the balance. It's like take this pandemic crisis, for example. We have a lot of new users, right? How to balance, the request between our existing big enterprise customers versus all the new customers, new users all over the world, right? I think that's the biggest challenge because it's no great answer to that. You got to think about how to optimize, right? That's the biggest challenge. I think the greatest reward is we worked so hard over the past several years. When this pandemic crisis hit us, we feel very excited and proud, for all Zoom employees to have an opportunity to help the world, to help people stay connected.
Has the COVID crisis given you new insights into the market? And what did you learn from it?
Yeah, one thing I learned, well, actually, we knew that. We truly believe video is a new voice. And video communication is going to become a mainstream service. And one thing I learned is that finally, I think all of us, we understand, a tool like this can really help people stay connected. So, and we got to accelerate the growth, meaning we got to have more and more innovations because our vision is we truly believe video communication like Zoom in the future can deliver a better experience than face-to-face meetings. But we're not there yet. That's why we got to keep working as hard as we can to add more innovations like, say, you are at home, I'm at home, I want to shake hands with you. You do not feel my hand shaking, right? Wow. In the future, you will, or even if you drink a cup of coffee, I also can enjoy smell remotely, right? Or if we speak a different language with AI and the real-time language translation, we also can understand each other. All those technologies will help, but we are not there yet. but we think the future is bright. Those cool technologies, will be added to Zoom. And also, video communication will become mainstream, meaning anywhere, with any device, just one click, you can talk with anyone in the world. You feel like you are in the same Starbucks coffee, right? And no difference. I think that word, hopefully in 10 years, Zoom will be the first company to deliver that vision.
Thank you, Eric. Personally, I believe that you are the true definition of success.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you, guys. That was certainly food for thought.